What's going on? What's going on?
No, I'm at my brother.
They're making noise.
It's called Finley. Finley, yeah. I sent it to you. Yeah, we did. He about, he got a podcast. He about to interview.
What up, bro? Hey, can you hear me pretty good?
Yeah.
Like, is it feedback when you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on.
No, I was talking to Russ.
Oh, yeah. All right, I will. All right.
Let me see that phone right now. Yeah.
You want to plug it?
Mm-hmm. I just want to see if there's feedback on the thing. It was. Now it's good. All right. Let's see what's going on. I just want to see what's going on before we dive off into this thing. I mean, you need to come for an interview too. All right, yeah, we good. We are good. Okay. I'm ready.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna kind of bounce around with these questions a little bit, but there's some I really want your input on.
Okay.
All right. The first one is what is the biggest lie people believe about prison life?
I think that truly depends on the individual, but it's a lot of misconceptions, a lot of lies I hear about prison. One of them is that if you go, you gay. I mean, going is gay, but just because you go, that don't make you gay. There are a number of misconceptions. I think that, like right now, if I post something about the wrongdoing of a human that's behind walls, they'd be like, well, that person put themselves in there. Yeah, they did. Unfortunately, though, there's a system that is set in place to make sure that they are secure while they're there, so that they will have an opportunity to actually be rehabilitated or get a chance to renew the mind. And it just simply is in the state of Georgia, it's not taking place.
Okay.
It's not.
So, do you believe prison is designed for rehabilitation or control?
I think that prison could be used for rehabilitation. I think now it's just a secondary slave quarters. I say that because whenever a profit is produced by the holding or the housing of a number of people, and that income is based on a particular percentage of the population being incarcerated. If the very source of these prisons, if their income is determined or it increases or decreases based on the population, let me say that in a different way. The state of Georgia has a contract with a private prison right here in the state of Georgia, and at some point in time, they had a contract with the state. That contract detailed that this prison will be held at a certain capacity, and if not, then you guys have defaulted. You, being the state of Georgia, have defaulted on your contract, and you owe us X amount of dollars. So I don't know how you could be for rehabilitation, but if rehabilitation is not taking place, then your business, your profits increase. You're a profit-making individual, but you got a product, but you're supposed to deter this product from coming to your prison. Well, if that works, then essentially you just put yourself out of business. It's like me going to a barber and saying, "Hey, can you give me a cut that I won't need no more haircuts for?" You see what I'm saying? It just theoretically and logistically doesn't make sense. I just use two GED words together, nigga.
Yeah, right.
Two of them. Y'all hit the like button.
So with that being said, that's interesting. You should bring that up. That when you stand in court and it says the state of Georgia versus Dana and Butler, that's exactly what it is.
Right.
Because the judge, the jury, the prosecutor, all get paid by the state.
Facts. Everybody.
So,
yeah. So and then if you just look at, I hate to bring everything back to slavery, but it's real.
Yeah.
It exists.
Yeah.
So as slavery as the, let's see, the most noticeable aspect of slavery begins to hide or be hidden, then they just moved the goalposts, and then they came up with black laws, and then they came up with, so it just like it never ceases to develop. It's just like if you come up with something and people immediately stop breaking the law, they'll come up with something else. It is. And then, but the strategic aspect of it now is that you can villainize a the black male. I know I'm everywhere with this, but propaganda is, having an idea and wanting to have it to be received by the masses. Well, that's propaganda. And the black male needs to be a bad guy. Not just to other races, but to the black male. You got to see a part of yourself as not being respectable, upstanding. And at some point in time, as long as this is mentioned to you subliminally and consciously, and you're aware of it, and sometimes you're not aware of it, as long as this becomes routine in the day-to-day media and movies and music, then it'll become truth. It'll become truth. And at some point in time, it's not propaganda anymore. Now it's a banner that we'll carry ourselves. So that's important, because once we start seeing ourselves as bad, we'll start being bad. And then it's not going to be hard to fill the prisons up. It's the initial stages that are the most difficult, because when you come from a place where the black messiah or black righteousness or awareness of consciousness is intact, then you got to figure out a way to dismantle that. Thus, the COINTELPRO, they strategically dismantled the potential of a black messiah by way of drugs, by way of separation, by way of incarceration, and that's where we're at now.
Now, it's funny you should bring up slavery with that, because that was an aspect of slavery called, I don't know if you heard of it, called buck busting.
Buck busting.
This is what happened, which is going to bring me to the next section, what I want to talk about. And it's what, if a slave was, I guess, disorderly or whatever, they would rape him in front of his family.
I am familiar with the procedure. I actually just rented a movie by his name. He did those Hidden Colors movies. So he has a movie that is called, I want to say it's called, is it called Buck Busting?
Yeah, it probably is, because this is when I first heard about it. This is what I heard about it through the Hidden Colors, and I was like, and there was a sister named Shahrazad Ali.
Right.
She talked about it. Like, and so bring me to my next question. Because so do you think prison creates situations or just exposes to what already exists as far as homosexuality is concerned?
That's a really deep question. Read it one more time.
He said, do you think prison creates these situations or just exposes what already exists? So do you believe that these guys go in already that way, or are they getting, or is it buck busting going on?
Okay, that's a really good question. I think that buck busting takes place on different realms. Diddy was just buck busted to one degree or another, because you do something to an individual's masculinity, but that's a whole nother avenue to go down. But I think that question has different answers in different time frames. And when I say that, is that there's this perpetual game of chess that's always taking place. Whether we put our pieces on the chessboard or not, it's always taking place. It's been taking place since day one.
Right.
And so the rules of yesterday, like prison, is not what it was 20 years ago. It's just, neither is the NFL. You know what I mean? Neither is the movie industry. There are some components that will never change. They'll never be altered. But to answer your question without venturing off in the left field, I think that the agenda for homosexuality is different now than it was 20 years ago.
Mhm.
Now it's in the cartoons. Now it's in the cereal. Now it's in the Walmart commercials. Now it's gender respected. At some point in time when we was coming up, if you was a F or S, man, you could have got jumped on.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? So I think that now, it's at a different phase, and tomorrow it'll be at a different phase as well.
Mhm.
I think that, of course, anytime here's my experience when it comes to prison.
Mhm.
When I got to prison, there are no conjugal visits.
Mm.
And I understand that. I think that would have been dope, but I think some people sure enough wouldn't come home. But then you could get porn magazines.
Mm.
At some point in time during my bid, they eliminated that as an option. So excuse my language, as a mad jacker, you know, he who had multiple baby mamas. Yeah, repeated. I was like, they kicked my door in the search team. I was at Alto State Prison. I was having a menage, if you will. I had a magazine right here, I had a magazine right there. And it's just, I don't know if it was the 4th of July weekend, but I was going in. I was like, yeah. And then them folks kicked my door in. Boom. They kicked my door in
That's your rude.
Right at the point of, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I got party favors everywhere. This is what he said. It was a white dude on the search team. The first thing he said, ugh.
That what you get for kick my door.
He said, ugh. Then I'm upset with the prison protocol because when the police come in the dorm, what you're supposed to say is fire in the hole. Woo. Nobody said nothing. Just kicked me in my dirty part, and he took my magazine, man, and wrote me up. Man, too, I couldn't understand why in an environment where it's all males, all of us in our teams, and you're gonna take our magazines. Now, somebody said that, undisclosed thoughts become something totally different. But this is a reliever for me. And I think that somebody, you take somebody magazine, this probably is what was keeping them away from homosexuality. With me, I was just like, you just have to concentrate harder, I say. You just have to see the vision. But then also, that has a trickle down theory because Alto has always been
trickle down.
Alto has always been a place where people in Atlanta were aware of it. Yeah, I think a lot of people back in the 60s and the 70s, they went to Alto, they had some homosexual activities. I think that many of those people came home. And then you had a niece or a nephew that got touched. You see what I'm saying? And trauma begets drama. I think that trickled down. And I have a theory. My theory is that that's why Atlanta is so gay. Could be wrong, but I just be having these theories, bro. And that theory, that's what goes on. And so I think that it will now they say that it's not as gay as it was. Cause I guess if you can having people come in and they saying that they are from the trans community or they from a community, well then yeah, it don't have to be that way. But it's ongoing. And now I think I answered the question. I don't know if I can go on in. I can keep going, man.
This is a good one. How does prison masculinity differ from masculinity in the streets?
Because prison masculinity usually comes with a potential charge. It definitely comes with a wound. Meaning that in the realm of emotional intelligence, you can't you you can't leave room for growth. You gotta meet a definite with a definite, whether it be right or wrong. You just gotta go. You just gotta go in order to not be weak or to appear not to be weak. When it takes strength to contemplate what's going on, it takes strength to be able to just sit down and say, you know what? this is not a reactionary situation. We need to ponder around what possible outcomes we could have. Uh, in prison, you can't do that. In prison, you got to, for every action, there has to be a reaction. For every violation, there has to be a demonstration. And a lot of times when it's demonstration, when you're trying to identify, when you try to set yourself apart as an individual who ain't going for it, you lose the opportunity to grow emotionally. And for for the life of me, we be like, bro, my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid, or we love this and this our hood, it's on my heart. Hey man, your emotions don't come from your heart. Your your emotions come from your brain. So that's a whole nother.
So when guys are getting out of prison, I've heard of halfway house. Does everybody go to a halfway house?
No. I didn't go to a halfway house.
So like it's kind of like I remember playing football.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the hardest things about football was they say be aggressive, be aggressive, be aggressive. But when somebody does something to you, you're supposed to keep your composure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's a hard transition.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you being aggressive, somebody does something to you. Yeah, you want to get back at them because you being aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
When getting out of prison, do you believe that like classes should be taken or how to deal with somebody like in the street? Because a lot of dudes, they bring that prison mentality back to the real world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where they view everything as survival or disrespect or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think like something like what you're doing?
Yeah.
Do you think that should be a requirement?
Here's that's a really good question. I think that sometimes trauma is sometimes hard to measure. And I want to say that if you take two individuals in the mid 90s and you lock them both up for a decade, then they'll come home with the same symptoms.
Okay.
It's just simply not true.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's time is not the same. And then you also have to take into consideration that their mindsets may not have been the same prior to incarceration. I think that in order to fully assess an individual, you have to do an assessment. If you really want to try to assist the individual, I do know that, like with the mandatory, there's the SB 440 in Georgia. It's a mandatory minimum. Your ass doing 10 years, you ain't getting no halfway house. You're not going nothing. Nothing. You're just gonna be dropped off in the streets. Um, I could critique the judicial system and the prison system endlessly. But to answer your question, I think that you have to assess those individuals as individuals, or else you're gonna have what we have now, which is the rate of recidivism is through the roof. The rate at which individuals return back to prison is through the roof. And as long as we're not making those assessments, then that business of prison will continue to thrive.
So, like with that being said, it's to me it's no longer a conspiracy theory then about what the prison system is for. It's like it's a business and business needs employees.
Simple as that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, so knowing that, what is your hope that the prison system will ever get fixed or whatever, what have you?
Fixing the prison system, and I hate to use this comparison, would be almost equivalent to fixing the black church. I think that you first got to burn that bitch down. You got to burn it down because it is the essence of it is going to cause confusion. The prison system was not built to help; it was built to house. The prison system is just an overflow of slavery. You have a nation that profited from the free labor of people that they stole on land that they stole. So then to expect these people to have a moral compass to the point where we're going to come up with laws and we're going to come up with the punishment for these laws, but that punishment is going to help you get back in line to not break more laws. When the same way we profited from prisons, we also profit from slavery. We want to profit from prisons. It's a catch-22. It's not even a catch-22. It's an oxymoron.
Exactly.
It just doesn't. It just doesn't exist. The idea of it, the idea of prison, rehabilitating prisons, is equivalent to me giving my 10% to a nigga who can do that between his breath and thinking that this money going to God for my blessings. Right. It's no different.
It's no different, right?
No different at all.
So it is, because it's crazy, because when you think about the prison system now, I found out a few years ago that they get so much tax money, so much money for every prisoner. And
it's actually $40,000 to $50,000. No, $30,000 to $40,000 a year for each.
Which, and when the pictures you show about the Atlanta prison, like people sleeping on the floor, and so that money is not even really going towards. We just gonna house these cats, and so, which brings you back to the education system, because you brought up something interesting. And this is why I love that when you said that, why don't we just get rid of sports? Because so many young black men put all their eggs in playing sports and going to college.
This is just entertainment. Right. Go ahead.
College is not for everybody.
Facts.
And so black males feel like if they don't go to college, I felt this way, if you don't graduate college, you're a failure. But when you see like white guys, dude, you know how much a plumber makes?
Almost as much as a doctor.
Dude, a plumber, like when you've been an apprentice, you might make $17, $18 an hour. Once you get off on your own, dude, you got it. One dude, like he owns a plumbing company. He said, my plumber been working $100,000, $150,000 a year.
Just like that. I think I have an idea that I just came up. I think black males ought to be forbidden to play sports. How about that? And let's see what else we can come up with.
It's like I said before, dude, we try to hit licks. Less than 1% of all these make it to the.
That's it. So a lot of us would just have wasted time. And now the NFL and life becomes an over-glorified pep rally, meaning that in school we had those people they played varsity, they had the names. They get treated differently than a regular buster like myself. So then it transitions to college, and it transitions to the pros. Where like on Sunday or Thursday or whenever you watch sports, this is just a glorified pep rally. And now it's our team. It's our team, and we believe. And our father was a sports fanatic. You are a little bit of a sports fanatic to one degree or another.
Yeah, I am.
So it's not to take anything away from that, because we just enthused about those things that we believe in. We're passionate about those things that we like and we love, and one should have that ability. My perception is that, think of all the time, man. Fuck the NFL. Fuck it. Fuck the end. We don't need none of it. It's just a distraction. Because as many people as we know that could pull off a triple double or can bounce behind the ball behind their back, how many of us know how to grow our own fruit? Or how many of us can scale a fish? Or how many of us know how to survive off the land? How many of us know what needs to be done to snow before you can actually drink it? We don't know how to survive. Those things that are essential to our existence, we so far away from that to the point where it's just not real. And then like if we just wake up and there's no electricity, there's no internet, shit's gonna get weird. It's gonna get weird. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, what are we prepping for? What are we preparing ourselves for?
One thing I've learned, working with the guys I work with, I work with a lot of white guys. A lot of them, they own land.
Right.
36, 37, 40 acres.
Yeah.
And they hunt on their land.
Right.
Yeah, dude, I just killed a deer the other day on my land.
That's what I'm on.
You know,
No, that's what I'm on.
he was like, yeah, I said, how long that meeting last? Oh, I said, man, that meet a good buck. That meeting last you about a year.
Hey man, I'm on that type of time. And when I left therapy last Wednesday, bro, you know, I went and bought me 2 tents and a sleeping bag. I said, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to I'm gonna camp, but I'm gonna camp on my land. I'm gonna drive out there, and you're welcome to join me if you like.
That sounds good.
I'm gonna drive out there and I'm gonna camp on my land. And I'm so serious about it. I'm just like, bro, I just wanna. It's my land. I think that like anything with the moonwalk business, before it came real, bro, I gotta set this motherfucker up. I gotta clean it up. I gotta know what it feel like to patch the holes up. So I've been not resistant to building on my land, but it's so far away, and I just don't even think about it. Like, go out there and spend the night. Go piss over this tree right here. Eat, sleep, shit on your land. Let it become something real. Broadcast it for the people to see, and then go from there. And then that's just what I'm on. I want to. I'm 48 now. In my 50s, I want to be living off. I want to show my grandson he needs to have a different dialogue.
That's my next move. That's my next move, bro.
Hey man.
Like that's my next move. Man.
Hey man.
So I said, I don't care. I don't care how big the house is.
Right.
I want land.
That's it.
Like I see them boy, they set up these trail cameras.
Yeah.
Deer all on their land.
Yeah.
I'm like, they said, one good deer can last that meat can last you. And so so the reason why I asked that is like we are taught
facts
not to survive,
when
we're taught to struggle.
Right.
Because, like again, it's a dude on my job. He bought. He owns 22 acres of land. I love to do to death. He said, me and my wife stay with my in-laws. We bought our land, had our house built on our land. The whole time we lived with my in-laws. Saving our money. They didn't charge us, man. Saving our money. And I heard that story from so many folk that I work with. Took them about a year.
Yeah.
I'm saying like, these motherfuckers got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, so how you learn? He said, man, my daddy taught me how to build.
Yeah.
We don't teach y'all. Most of these, I see most of these young black boys, man, they
have no idea.
They have no idea how to do this shit, man. It's like, if you got the money, people gonna say you bought land. You had the money to buy it. They're gonna sell you the motherfucking land.
Yeah.
But it's like we don't think like that, man. Like
those are not the options that are really available for us. Like the crazy part is when I bought my land, bro, I had to say it was from a higher power because the dude that was telling me about the land, we would ride up the pseudos. That's where everybody goes who got a little motorcycle. And I was like, every day every Wednesday, this dude get drunk or high and want to talk to me about this damn land. I was like, man, I'm tired of hearing it. Then I have these moments where I'm just like, sometimes God be like, look, stupid, I've been trying to explain this to you for the longest time. And then one time he started talking to me and everything he said, I could see it. I said, damn, I need some land. And you've been telling me for months and months. Man, I went down there and I walked that land. I'm walking with the guy and he just had these lots. He had 10-acre lots, 15-acre lots. And when he was showing me what will essentially become my lot, I started peeing. I was like, I'll catch up with you. I just started peeing on the land. I don't know why. I just instinctively, dog ass nigga. I just started peeing on the land, bro.
That shit, man. Like, we don't. That's the first thing the white boy do, man.
It's the land.
First thing he get land.
That's it.
The first thing they do, bro, and it's like, yeah, man. I set out all day in my tree. I saw one.
Yeah.
I shot him.
Hey, man,
and I got it.
That's the type of time that I'm on. That's what I'm on for 2026. My goal is my goal is to get me a double wide and an RV for 2026. I'll be done paying that truck off in 2 more payments. I'm not gonna upgrade. I'm not gonna get another truck. I gave my other truck to my little brother, and we gonna all right.
Clandestine activity.
But this truck I'm about to pay off, man. I don't want no another truck.
Well, I'm the same way, but
I'm on.
you get another truck. When the wheels fall off, do
Give me an RV. Give me an RV. I'll take me a double wide. I want to live off the land, bro.
That's my brother-in-law got. Brother-in-law got a double wide sitting on 10 acres.
Yeah, what I'm on.
It's just content.
Roanoke, Virginia, tapping in, bro. I've been in the skilled trades all my life. Went back to school to get my degree in technical studies. That's what's up.
And it just more people need to do that, man. Most black men need to do that, bro. But college ain't for everybody, man. When we were coming up, dog, it was like go to college, and one of the reasons why you could play football and take vocational classes, but if you wanted to go to college, you had to take college prep classes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, if I looking back, cause there we had like auto class and stuff like that, and for some reason I don't know why they taking them out of schools, man, but. Chuck was leaving. It used to be back in the day, man. You leave out of school, like who was talking about? Dr. Umar Johnson was talking about that. He said you could leave out of school, man. You be a licensed plumber,
right?
You know what I'm saying? He goes like, what we doing in high school most of the time? Nothing bullshit.
Bullshit.
If we can go to a job site and learn something, you know what I'm saying? It's like.
But here's the thing. So the classroom is just a gateway to prison. It's just most people who are in college are less likely to go to prison.
Right.
Due to the fact that unlawfulness is illogical. It's just illogical. And kids who have made it to school at least have that mindset. You know what? That don't make sense. They've made some good decisions. So I think that the fact that these are just the truth that based on some of our test scores, they start determining how many of us gonna go to jail. This is just true. But if you educate these people, if they have a skill set, some of them will not go. So then you go to school for 12 years. It's just an exchange of, I won't even say facts, but a fact is something that can be proven right or wrong. You're going to give this student some answers. That student's going to give those answers back to you, and then you're going to give them a passing grade. But we had once dived into critical thinking. We hadn't dived into
if you
effective problem solving.
I remember
grow a tree, nigga, grow up.
Yeah, I remember being in math class. And the way I did math in my head was, you can give me any number and I can tell you what the answer was. Like, how you come up with that? And I would draw it on a piece of paper how I came up with it. She was like, that's not the way I taught you though. I was like, is it the right answer?
Right.
She was like, yeah. I was always like, what's the problem? If I'm gonna give you the right answer, what's the problem?
Yeah.
But like the way I would do it in my head, it's the right answer, but I didn't do it the way they showed me to do it. So therefore she wouldn't pass me because this is not how I
do it.
If it's the right answer, what the fuck?
It don't matter. But then also, you have people who are teaching that's not passionate about teaching. Teaching. Brother Brown just said there's a major shortage of welders in the country. You know how much welders make?
Yeah, that's a nice little grip, man.
Man, just think if the kid. Then I started thinking about the dropout rate. So then, you have to have for everything to function the way that it does. You have to have a certain percentage that does not go to college. You have to have a certain percentage of people that do drop out. Somebody got to work at Waffle House. Somebody got to. Somebody got to be homeless.
Yeah.
As weird as it sounds. Somebody got to be homeless. Yeah. I think that where it's going to get really uncomfortable, some of us who are hard workers to the core are going to start benefiting from poverty. Not benefiting. We're going to be forced into poverty because the price of living is always going up, but you're not getting paid more. This is just basic mathematics. So my strategy is a move to help my grandson, because how is it gonna be this $2,400 a month for this house? 24. Hey man, fuck that. When this shit over with, I need to have something I can.
Yeah.
I don't own this house. I don't own this property. I don't own none of that. None of this. Hey man, if I could take half of that for 2026 and put it into my land, even if I just got a bunch of use double wide.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, after 2027, I got a little baby community. You see what I'm saying? So now it's different. It's different. I'm looking at things different because I ain't even worried. Don't let me fuck around and get some chickens and some cows, and I'll learn how to take care of them and feed them and give me a pond where I can. Man, it's over with. What we doing?
Man, it's
only thing I would have to come back to the city for is dick pills.
Yes. They got drones now. Drop them out, bitch.
They can drop them off. And if you eat right, you probably won't need them.
But that would the beat pills. But anyway,
okay,
man, listen, man. It's just when I watch other races of people, man, and see how we doing, it just way different.
Yeah.
But I think all young black boys should take up a trade. I don't care if you do go to college.
You just have a trade.
Just have a trade. Like, I know how to do this.
Here's what we are. In these United States, at some point in time, it was legal for children to work.
Yeah.
And so you would think that this country stopped children from working because it's just not right for children.
Yeah.
They didn't stop it because of that. It altered the work. You had men in certain places that couldn't find work because children had taken up the job.
Yeah.
It affected the workforce. That's why the child labor laws came into place. So I'm saying that you had kids working in coal mines. You had children working in coal mines because they were small and their hands could get things. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is the country has operated that in that fashion before. But now they have us to a point where now you can't put these kids to work to after they 14, 15, 16 years old. Hey man, that's some bullshit. That is some nonsense.
I remember me and my friend, we would go around, me and my boy Omar, we would go around looking for jobs.
Right.
And I remember when we turned 15, they were like, you gotta have
work permit.
Yeah. So we got that. They were like, well, we hired 16-year-old.
Yeah.
When we got 16, you had to be 18.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we wanted to work.
Yeah.
Like, we was trying our best to work. I remember I went to Subway.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, well, we looking for somebody a little bit more experience. I said, how much experience you got to have to make a damn sandwich? I was like, man, come on. Like,
that's all y'all doing.
Come on, man. You cut the bread a little different. But I was like, dude, we was looking for jobs, dude, and like nobody was hiring.
I think our perception of employment has to be altered. We have to breed and raise our children as it relates to entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. You got to be your own boss. To get on somebody's clock, it's very seldom that you can get on somebody's clock and accomplish happiness. It happens. Yeah. It's happening. It will happen. But what I'm saying is that if it's 30 of us in this family, half of us need to be entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Half of us need to, and here's my sacrifice. My sacrifice is, man, I can do all this shit and I can get paid and I can get rich and I can move to another part of Georgia. But I think that I have an obligation to not just my grandchildren, but to your grandchildren and to your sister grandchildren, to full-fledged give an example of how shit can be. Because once that money stops being the issue, then you can truly be free.
Yeah, it's funny you should mention that. Cause you remember LeVar Ball, right?
Yeah.
He got two boys.
The ball boy.
He brought up something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, Walmart, that's a family business.
Right.
He was like Chase Bank. That's a family business. That's a family business.
Right.
He said, I'm trying to build a family business.
Right.
That my grandchildren can benefit from.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny when you mention that, man. It's like you have a lot of these that are family-owned businesses that keep their family employed.
Right.
And so we teach our kids to go work for somebody else.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having a job.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with having a job. I'm not saying that. But like the place I worked for, it's a family business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of the sons was the first CEO, and you know what I'm saying? Like he got something for his kids to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and we don't think like that, man. It's like we just think, go ahead and get me a job and like let me flex that I have stuff. instead of, all right, how can we do this? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and that always disturbed me because you know what I'm saying, some of the most powerful people in the world, they got own family businesses.
Yeah.
And they got people, everybody got a responsibility. Some people's responsibility are bigger than others.
Right.
But it's not about me.
It's about us as a unit.
It's about us as a group.
Hey man, I'm telling you that I like for every household that we have in our family, for everybody to have an acre on the land.
Yeah.
And it sounds weird, but I think that if you could come to a place where you ain't got to worry about no money, then your ideas will flourish to a point where you be like, well, you should do this, or you should. And we got kids that's in college.
Yeah.
Hey man, y'all smart ones. Come be smart, niggas.
Everybody in survival mode.
That's all. That's it.
Trying to get you can't be in survival mode.
I'm about to alter that 2002. I'm not gonna say it on camera, but we'll talk. But I'm in a 4-5 bedroom house. I'm in this bitch 90% of the time by myself.
Yeah.
You know how weird this shit. I know it be weird when you come over here, but bro, I been here by myself. I sometimes I'd be like, I had an idea the other night. I was like, I'm not getting enough oxygen, so I just start opening up the window. This the shit to take place when I be by myself. I don't need a long time, so I want to be in the environment, but sometimes pride won't allow us to have more family members in one house. You know what I mean? A different household. So I'm about to break that barrier. I'm about to put myself in a situation where fuck what today look like.
Yeah.
This a Walmart shirt. These some Walmart pants. Tomorrow is gonna be a tad bit different, but for now, this is what it's gonna be. Let's meal prep. Let's you know what I mean? Let's take it slow.
Come up with a plan.
Come up with a plan, man. But breathe. Sometimes plans won't develop because we can't fucking breathe.
Yeah.
This is that circle. And I've used this example several times. You're gonna work to pay that whatever you live in, your living expenses. And then your vehicle. And most of your money go to your living and your transportation. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You never get a chance to live. Then when you buy a house, I can pay it off in 30 years. Man.
Dude, they trying to come up with a 50-year mortgage.
Hey man, come on, man. Listen, man. Listen, man. It's gonna take me 30 to 50 years to pay for it, man. So when I get done paying for this, you saying I'm gonna be old and decrepit. No, that's for some people. Some people gonna be they're alive and still moving, and then they got children. You see what I'm saying? This is the American dream, though.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm saying that dream is a fucking nightmare. I'm saying fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that, man. I have been a slave of the system for the majority of my life. I just want to be free. And
let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
I thought about this the other day. And we talked about government assistance earlier. Because I would really want to know the percentage of people in prison who grew up on government assistance. Because imagine this. You grew up on government assistance. You commit a crime. Now you in the system. You already in the system. Because you grew up on government assistance. And so they get you in there, they say, oh, okay, Dana Butler. Yeah, we've been waiting on you.
Right.
We fed you. We got your daycare. Yeah, we need you out here to because you got companies who benefit from prison labor. Walmart is one of them. I think Walmart is one. I think Target.
Listen, all of them benefit to one degree or another.
And so it's like, yeah, you kind of owe us a debt to society.
Here's the I can't speak for any other states, but for the state of Georgia. Okay, Lil B just called me not too long ago. Lil B grew up in DFACS custody. So I was, I'm always diving down rabbit holes. So 75 to 85 of the kids in the state of Georgia that are raised in DFACS custody eventually end up in the custody of the Georgia Department of Corrections. Also, there are funds that are available for housing that the individuals who age out of DFACS have not been tapping into for whatever reason. Wow. They have not been. You can go to the news and they'll tell you when you turn 18, they're supposed to give you enough funding for you to have somewhere to live for the next 3 years.
I did not know that.
But you know what? The majority of these individuals end up living in the Georgia Department of Corrections. I have a kid who was on my caseload when he was in DFACS custody. His name is Amir. Amir had autism. Amir used to pee in the bed at 16, but he had a heart that was golden. You see what I'm saying? When he aged out, He didn't take advantage because he did not know. His caretaker never advised him. What he did was he signed himself out, and because somebody didn't understand his autism, the police ended up coming into the picture. You see what I'm saying? This man died at the age of 21. He died at Baldwin State Prison. Damn, I forgot to put it in my story. He died at Baldwin. I just did a documentary on Baldwin. I didn't even bring Almir up. So I'm gonna do another story on Almir. But Almir died December 31st in the day room because he was a diabetic and they didn't give him his fucking insulin. You see what I'm saying? Wow. He got turned out on meth and was forced into homosexuality at Baldwin State Prison. I gotta redo that story, bro. I really have to redo that story. My point in saying that is that, hey man, if you in the public education system in the state of Georgia, they expect for if you're in a class of 20 people, man, they expect for a certain percentage of y'all need to make it a chain gang. And thus far, it's been accurate.
Which kind of brought light to what Nicholas talked about when he wanted to test out, and they tried to discourage him from doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you won't get this, you won't get this, because they use us to get funding and government funding, and it's like, that's why I hate politicians.
Me too.
Because
and I'll never be one.
They use us to get funding, but it don't help. You got grown black men reading on 4th grade levels.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
And so it's like they just use us to get funding.
Oh, without doubt.
And so it pisses me off, and I don't know how bad it's going to get before we understand that as a people. But I'm like, going to the election booth is not going to fix this shit.
No, it's not. I learned that with Obama. I was the first person I ever voted for in my life. When I came home, and I was like, man, life is like a Hallmark card. So I'm downtown, it's white people around, it's Hispanic people around. They brought us Chick-fil-A. I was like, man, this is what Martin Luther King died for, bro. I really was beside myself. I was just like, old white lady was dropping shit. I was picking it up. Here you go, man. Like, the world gonna be a better place. Like, this is the country that I'm, man.
That shit was a bag of bricks.
Let me tell you something. I voted for this brother, and I just like, man, you didn't do nothing for our people, bro. You didn't do nothing. But then I was naive because I didn't understand America the way that I do now. I didn't understand the political platform. I didn't understand electoral college the way that I understand it now.
I think before you vote, you should take a civics test. Because most people don't understand how the government works. Like, the vast majority of people who vote do not understand how the government works. They don't understand what Congress is for, and they don't understand, like, a president can say what the fuck he want to say.
Yeah.
He need approval from Congress.
Simple as that.
You know what I'm saying? When Joe Biden's like, we're going to forgive student loans, everybody jumped on that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have the authority. Now, he forgave some, like $20 billion. It was $1.7 trillion in student loans, man. Congress is not going to forgive that, man.
Here's my perception on the United States government. It has never been for us.
Oh, yeah.
It has never been for us. So, if from a personal perspective, if you've been abusing me the entire time I've been knowing you, I don't expect for you to give me no medicine that's gonna help me. It's just nothing. And then just because my ancestors die off and you mistreated them for their entire duration, I don't expect for you to give it. Now I do expect for you to try to control me. And that's the generation that we're in now. We're controlled, and some of us understand that we're controlled, and we try to shake the shackles, not necessarily for ourselves, but for those that come after us. So I think as a people, we are fucked. As individuals, we're not. I say that shit, I could be free. And I'm always fight for my people to be free, but I don't know if we're gonna all get free.
No, it's like the more I think about it, like, you know, I don't. I'm just like you. I hope we get it, but I don't know if we will.
Yeah, I'll fight to the death for it because I think that somebody younger will see what I saw in those people who came before me. I saw motherfuckers strategically positioning themselves. I saw Bill Cosby paying for the speakers at Martin Luther King's speech. Um, I saw Stevie Wonder advocating for the Martin Luther King holiday with Coretta Scott King. I saw these. So if I see, and these are not people who are on the forefront of things, they just saw what needed to be done and they picked up some trash and stuff. So I think I have that obligation to not just this generation, but to those that come afterwards. And I think that the people that come, your daughter is gonna be smarter than me and her daughter is gonna be smarter than her. I think that we got to be able to show that. Hey man, some of us just gonna have to take it on the chin and continue to fight so that we can get some ammunition. And that's where I'm at with everything. As soon as I can convince these gang members that the white man created the gang, I think we'll have a powerful army. But
if I could convince folks that the ghetto, like housing projects, housing project was originally for white folk, man. Like black people couldn't get in housing project. Like black people couldn't get in housing project. You know what I'm saying? The original ghetto was that one for black folk, man. That was for Jews and Italians. Right. The original ghetto. Right. Like it was for a while, man. Black people couldn't get public housing. You know what I'm saying? Because it was designed to help people. And so like we didn't take advantage of our time because we remember all the housing projects in Atlanta.
Right.
We didn't take advantage of our time in them housing projects to get out of them. We just kind of like it. This is why when it comes to me and government assistance, it's like this is my problem with government assistance. If you take a lion out of the wild and you put him in the zoo, you give him 3 square meters, you can't put him back in the wild because he can't feed himself.
Right.
I think that's what government assistance has done for black folks. I think right now we've lost the ability to hunt. Like when I went on dialysis, they was like, "You gonna keep working?" I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna keep working." They were like, "You sure? You know, you can get disability and stuff like that." I said, "No, I'm gonna go ahead and keep working." Now I had weeks, man, where it was like, bro, it was just tough to get up.
Yeah,
like, I had that. But somebody asked me, like my wife asked me, she was like, "Why you didn't start working?" I was like, "Man, I didn't want to forget how to hunt." You know what I'm saying? It's like you get somebody like some people. I know some people who got off, bro. And it's hard for them to go back to work.
It is. It is. I know some people like that.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to go back to work, man. It's like you when you get 3 square meals, like when they were talking about them EBT cards are gonna get paused or something. Man, people went in full fucking panic mode.
No, for real, for real. I think it would have brought the best out of us. I think that we would have become more resourceful.
Yeah.
I think that we would have started understanding togetherness is gonna be the key.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like it's scary how much we rely on the government. Like to do this is scary how much. Because after slavery, like what black people did, it was like amazing to go through all that time of slavery. You had people who couldn't read, couldn't write, but you talking about like what they call it, the Tulsa, Oklahoma, they call it Black Wall Street. You had all these thriving black towns from people, and that's why it was like, how they do that? You know what I'm saying? It's like how they building these societies without our help. And so then all of a sudden it was like all of a sudden the government want to infiltrate black neighborhoods.
You got to it. That's a strategy that is, and it looks like to some people it looks like assistance, but it's a strategy to weaken and to fatten warriors. And it's working.
It's like, wow, they're doing really well. Let's integrate. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like what dude, we fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I don't want to live around or I'm not saying that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think we can learn a lot from, from every race of people.
Yeah.
But it was like, why they didn't do Chinatown like that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why they didn't.
I think that the black race or people of color serve a specific purpose. Because for the life of me, I can't understand why don't we own the BP, or if we the ones that's getting our nails done, at least we could do it. That's what I would do if I was in charge of the public education system. That's what I would do. I would I would teach them how to do nails. Because as much money is being spent, and I ain't trying to switch the subject, but as much money is being spent on the beautification of black people, bro, we don't even pay each other for it. We pay other people for our beautification.
I looked this up. I looked it up several times, and I was like, man, this can't be true. Because one thing people will tell you how black people are denied access to wealth. But I looked this up. Black people spend annually $1.2 trillion.
That's crazy.
Annually.
That's crazy.
So just the money we spend annually, if we take that money and compare it to other countries, black people in this country will be the 16th richest country in the world.
Yeah. That's going to require something that we do not have, which is unity.
And it's funny you should bring that up. And so I heard a brother say this. Brother said an organized lie will always beat out an unorganized truth.
Big facts.
So when I read, I was like, the 16th richest, that's just the money we spend. That's just the
Hold on real quick, bro. Jerome said I come out the projects, bro, born and raised, and then no heart mo. Salute, bro. I think that I forgot what the fuck I was saying. What you were saying?
When I read that, I was like, so it's not a lack of access to wealth. It's just what we doing with it.
Spend. Bro said, if it's not how much we spend, it is the problem is how many times it circulates in our community.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I think that, bro, we have been what's the term? I heard somebody else use. This is not a GD word, so you can't. I don't necessarily misogynistic. I'm just assuming because it sounds like it's going to place, but this culture, this dream, this vision as to where we see ourselves is not our true vision. It's something that someone else has dictated for us. Like some of our most notable people are entertainers, athletes, singers.
Malcolm X brought that up.
Comedians, and once you begin to dictate that becomes the goal. The goal becomes to be one of the chosen few by any means necessary. So we don't want to be the producer of all the corn in East Atlanta. That's not what we want. We want to be T.I.
Yeah.
And there's no disrespect or disregard for the king of the South. You see what I'm saying? But
we want to be flashy.
We want to. Let me tell you something. We don't need another Michael Jordan, my nigga.
We got enough of them.
We don't. We do not need another Michael Jordan. We don't. I'm so sorry. I love Denzel. We don't need another Denzel. They need to stop letting black people do certain things. We don't need no more black athletes. And see what come about. We don't need no more black entertainers. Because what entertainers do is they alter the floodgates of fuckery. Because you'll see, we'll live vicariously through somebody that's rich and famous. We'll identify with that person to the point where if your name is Beyonce, we'll be the Beehive. And we will parade around you as if you are a goddess to one degree. And there's no disrespect or disregard, but I'm just saying that what if we had a Beyonce in our family? And what if we paraded around he or she in a way in which anticipated success on a different level? See, we don't. Here's that pep rally mentality. You see what I'm saying? This is the popular person. These are the people that we respect. And it also gets into the name calling of certain things because I don't give a fuck who you are. Death is death and life is life. I don't think that a police or a politician or a pregnant bitch or a popular person that their life is more important than a bomb that's on the street. But we'll lower the flag for certain people. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that humans are human. I don't care about your race or your nationality. I don't care about none of that. What I'm saying is that overall, we don't treat humans like humans, but as an entity, man, there's certain things that in order to get us to focus in on the shit that's really important, you got to cut off some of that other shit. We don't need another Michael Jordan. And I wish that they would destroy every fucking rapping mechanism on the face of the motherfucking earth. They just do away with that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Everybody want to be a motherfucking rapper.
Yeah, fuck out. Just take that shit away. Man, focus on something that when this shit crash, that you know how to survive.
Yeah.
And right now, we don't know what the fuck to do. At one point in time, I thought shit. When they gave me my gun license, I was like, when this shit hit the fan, I'm gonna have 2 freezers of food, I'm gonna have me a generator and a gas, and I'm gonna have a whole bunch of guns. And that's what I got. But then I'm just like, man, how far that shit gonna go?
But this shit gonna be,
Yeah, you'll outlast the motherfuckers, you'll outlast your neighbors.
Yeah, but you talking about months and years and years.
Hey, man,
about some apocalyptic type shit.
Hey man, I've been looking at the outdoor, boy. This white man came from Jesus, man. This man go out here with a knife and saw. That man cut down the trees. That man built a fire. That man sleep on it. And I was like, bro, he got me excited to the point where I'm just like, man, I want to be a man. I want to grow something. I want some growth. Dad started doing that shit before he passed away. I don't know what brought that upon him, but I want to grow something, bro. There's no reason that orange juice costs $10 at the store. Why we ain't got an orange tree in the front yard? Why? Why we ain't growing corn? It seems like somebody have to grow in a neighborhood like this. Here we got the HOA. You got to have this. I can't sit a motherfucking washing in my driveway without getting the $250 penalty. But we ain't growing shit you can eat over here. Then this a well-kept black neighborhood. We ain't growing the motherfucking thing. Yeah. These are the educated. These are the accomplished. We ain't growing shit. Not nothing.
This shit hit the fan tomorrow. That's a wrap.
What we gonna do? Yeah. We are all fucked. So we have built our lives on this prima donna like fuckery, and it will be the death of us. But within that, it's giving me strength to the way and be like, this is what I want to do. I am never giving nobody a Christmas gift ever in my motherfucking life. And it took strength for me to say that.
Yeah.
I ain't putting up wreath around this motherfucker.
I remember it convinced me when I was doing the right thing. It was about a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the dude on my job. And he was like, and he's stressing out, man. He bills and I can get these kids something for Christmas. I said, man, fuck them kids. I'm like, bro, you stressing out getting your bills, man. You worry about some Christmas gifts? Man, them gonna be all right, bro. And I'm telling you what happened to us. The last time we celebrated Christmas, my girl was still young. We asked Chloe, what you want? Chloe said, I want a jump rope.
Yeah, you told me.
That's all she said.
Yeah.
I said, you don't want nothing else? She's like, no, I want a jump rope. We went out and bought a whole bunch of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't get that baby.
And didn't get the jump rope.
She went to all this stuff with a jump rope. We went through all that, but this is every year. You go through, you overdo this shit because, first of all, your kids gonna play with that shit for 2 days, and that's a fucking wrap. Unless you get them like a PlayStation or something, they'll stay on that motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
But your kids gonna play with that shit for 2 fucking days. And that shit, that shit gonna be at the bottom of the goddamn toilet.
Yeah, we're gonna end up donating it before
that shit. Yeah, you gonna be stepping on this shit. You be like, get this bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's like this holidays come every other month, and we identify this shit as love. Like, people, what you got your wife Valentine's Day? I get my wife shit.
Nothing.
I show my wife. My wife know I love her
every day.
You know,
every day. You got to wait on a specific day.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if you got people who think that, oh, he ain't get me that, he must not.
I used to think that, bro.
Yeah, it's like, no, dog. It's like, no, that ain't got shit.
Man, I was going to debt to make sure everybody had a Christmas gift, bro. I would destroy my American Express card just to be like, oh, I got this person something.
Yeah, I did this shit this year. Like for the birthday, I said I'm getting I got my twin something. I got Mary Vineyard something for her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right. I said, man, fuck y'all. I ain't doing this shit no more. Like, I ain't doing this shit no more. I did Mary Vineyard took me to we went to the Atlanta Dream game for my birthday, and I said, I'm gonna get us something real nice for my birthday. And so I was like, I said, hey, y'all motherfuckers ain't getting nothing for me. I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all ain't getting shit for me next year.
On a different type. I think being older, it allows me to be comfortable with. Because I can write shit off like, hey, man, I'm old. I don't have time for this shit.
Yeah.
Like, we got 1,000 group chats. Bro, as soon as they create one they put me in, you know what I do? I mute that motherfucker. So let me try to
explain. I said, you get in the group chat? Nigga, which one? I was like, who just created one the other day? I'm like,
and now it ain't even about me, man. Because when I'm gone, I'm gone. It's important now that our grandchildren to be in a different. That's all my focus is, man. Everything else is, man. That shit is, it's obsolete, bro. It don't really move me. So, yeah,
man, that shit. So yeah, let me. All right, but we went on a tangent. Then.
We did, but that was a good tangent though.
Yeah, it was. So
man, let me read you right. It was a real talk to be our leader. We look for entertainers to be our leaders. Big facts, bro. I hate a group chat. Yeah, I hate a motherfucking group chat too, bro.
Yeah, that damn group chat, man. All right, let me this is a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
So how does prison affect the way men love or avoid love?
Again, I can only speak from my own experience, and then I think prison is just another institution. Like military is an institution, and college is an institution. It affects everybody differently, and I think that in any aspect, man, you have to assess. I had my perception of what love was prior to going into the system. I had some dealings with people, meaning that when I went to chain gang, I was not a virgin. Some people I know went in the chain gang to do 20 years and had never interacted with a female. I had a child. And so I think that love from that aspect is different. And that, I just had a 3,000 on. My masturbation was different because
right.
As one would allegedly be comparing your hand to a butthole, I'm comparing it to a vagina. You see what I'm saying? Why my point is saying, to answer your question without talking your head off, I think it's different things for different people. For me, man, the evolution of Butler is my definition changed all the time, man.
Yeah.
Who I was yesterday is not who I'm gonna be tomorrow, man. So
now this is a real good one.
Distant and feel. Hold on, I'm saying it. No, her. He said it makes us distant and feel like it's on a clock, like it's not permanent. We'll take that.
Okay. This is a good one too. Why do healed people often get called soft?
Because in certain situations, it calls for you to be almost timid. Because with me, like, there was a time if you disrespected me without second thought, I would try to choke the shit out you, or you have to choke the shit out of me.
Right.
And now you can meet me with disrespect, and I will apologize to you to get out of your presence. And I was like, okay, maybe he is just really hot right now, and now you can't mix fire with fire. I got to be water. He's not even ready for water right now. So the best thing for me to do is just get away. And then sometimes you're gonna be a fuck nigga. You're gonna be a bald-headed black old fuck nigga. And there was a place, there was a time where I gotta cut you. I gotta cut you. But now I can't. I want you to have so much help that I'm gonna be that fuck nigga. I'm gonna be going this way, but I understand right now ain't the best time to talk to you. So with understanding it, to be mindful of how your emotions act and what people are going through, sometimes you got to give people space. Sometimes you got to have an opinion about something, and whether it be true or false, you got to understand, as father of daughters, you have to understand that maybe your truth or maybe the truth is going to be offensive to these people. So you got to figure out how to say it to them. Or you got to be the fuck quiet till truth. It presents itself, the opportunity presents itself. So, yeah, that's my old man answer right there.
Good answer.
Being viewed, let me see, bro said because it's being viewed through the lens of hurt people. I take that as true. Take that.
All right. Now, what responsibility do men have once they know better?
To lead. Once you know better, man, you have a responsibility to inform those. You got to do everything in your power, man, You gotta do everything in your power that will allow you to sleep at night and to be okay with looking your children in the eye. Because you gotta know that I did everything in my power to bring betterness your way. Even if it was me jumping in front of this bus so that you could walk across the street. You gotta understand that shit, I was in a place where I didn't understand everything. I'm starting to, and I'll understand more tomorrow. And maybe I'll sacrifice more. But for now, I understand that shit, you the leader of this family. You the leader of this family. And I gotta play my position, do better and teach others the right way. That's what it is. And then also I try to prevent people. Same thing when I interact with the kids, I try to prevent them from falling into that the plantation like way of things. Like some of my at-risk males think that they come to the chess class to learn how to be better criminals. You see what I'm saying? And then when they first get there, everybody think I'm the police when you get there. They just like, cause they don't want to share shit. They be like, I'm like, how you get in here? So and the ongoing joke that I have when they come into my class, if you knew and I got 8 other people that's been in there, I automatically tell them, I say, hey, all of us in here for stabbing bitches. What you in here for? Yeah. But once I let them, hey man, I am from these streets, I am from this environment. All the thing I want you to do is to, if we are all on the plantation, I want you to recognize, nigga, that we not free. And the plan, although you see me tap dancing, I am waiting on the drums to come when they come. So that is a signal for us to get the fuck on. Because a lot of times we be on the plantation and we be tap dancing and we don't have no intentions on going nowhere or inspiring other motherfuckers to do nothing. We just be like, you know what? I got this slavery shit mapped out just how I like it. Biscuits is warm over here. Fuck that. I don't want to do that. But then I have to realize that I'm a slave or this is a plantation and I gotta goddamn start paying attention to if I keep going about life this way, what the fuck is gonna happen tomorrow? Man, we ain't gonna win nothing. This shit got to switch up. Bro said the choice you make now affects so many other people when you get to a certain point in your life.
Yeah, cause it's funny when that question. At what point do you be like? Because one thing that I learned that pain is memorable.
Right.
You can teach somebody something. You know what I'm saying? But like until they've gone through it, like you go connect with a lot of young dudes. But some dudes in the class got to get burned first.
They got to get baptized.
You know what I'm saying? And so
real street.
At what point do you like? All right, man, I just gotta let you learn on your own. Because that's the hardest.
That's a good question.
Like being a mentor and being a parent. At what point do you be like, look, man, I just gotta let you get hurt? Because hurt is memorable.
It is. Here's my situation. If I got 20 people here, and we make it slow motion, and one person come in and they gonna alter where this 20 is at, I will execute your ass myself.
Okay.
I'm not gonna allow you and what you got going on to jeopardize the livelihood of these 20 people. Now, there are times when I don't have this agenda and I can tend to you the way that you should be tended to, but it's mathematical with me. If your child is gonna save us 30 years from now, but somebody got to take a bullet for her, I'm gonna take a bullet for her because it's just mathematical. It's not emotional at all. It's just like, hey, she lives, we prosper.
Right.
So that means that her life is not interchangeable, and she can't lose her life. So that I'm gonna do that. So the same thing, I'm not gonna allow somebody to come in and some people like they're reachable. But I also understand that I can't fix everything. I can only give you what I can give you. And then after I didn't test you, they say you're supposed to be tested some more times, and then he or she will get right. I don't focus in on that. There was a time where I used to try to walk people from the juvenile all the way to graduation. I don't do that. This is my lane right here. I do this shit very well. I do it every motherfucking day. So if you able to be blessed to come through this threshold, I'm gonna give you everything I got. I ain't gonna sell you short. I ain't gonna fuck you over, and I ain't gonna take advantage of you. I'm gonna give you what I got. and then hopefully you'll be okay. That's my goal. That's my assignment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was. At what point do you just let go and be like, bro? He said, you killing me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good answer though. All right, now, what did incarceration teach you about accountability in relationships?
It's all on me. It's all on me. Everything is my fault, and not from a woe on me. I'm just saying, like, at some point in time, I'm in jail. I'm blaming motherfuckers. Bro, one plant seed, one plant waters, God gives the increase. At some point in time, I was like, woe is me, it's just all bad. No, you put the pistol on them people, man. You did that. That's you. You got to be accountable for what you did. You know, stupid ass did when, okay, so this, okay, you want to run in the middle of the street. This is what happens when you run in the middle of the street. Your smart ass get hit by a car. Yeah. Right. So, but it took me a while to even start thinking like that, you know. At some point in time, I was stealing. And I had to come out like, bro, you're a horrible criminal, bro. You suck at breaking the law. That is not your calling, bro. It's not. I suck at breaking the law. And the sooner that I began to realize that, the better my life became.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not John Gotti. I ain't even a good fighter. So that it just not for me. So
yeah, that seems like it seems to be, I guess, to be more cleansing too. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm accountable for what I do.
Everything.
Yeah, it's like, I think that's I don't know, I guess we live in a society of victims. There's a book out called A Nation of Victims. And it describes something. This was crazy to me. It described, it said that was an election. And what if I tell you that was an election when the person didn't win the election, they filed all kind of lawsuits and all this other stuff. He said, what was the first person you would think of? First thing I thought of, I said Donald Trump.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought of. As you ever said, you probably thought Donald Trump. I was like, he said, but this happened with Stacey Abrams in Georgia when she lost the gubernatorial race in Georgia. I was like, really? And so when he was just talking about this, how both parties always play the victim. It is not just the Republicans, both these Democrats and Republicans both do it. They both play the victim. And they teach their constituents to do the same thing. And it's like, we constantly in survival mode because we constantly playing the victim. We don't take control of anything really. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I brought that up, man. It's like accountability has to, you have to get that first.
You got to, bro. That's how I'm paying my bills, is accountability. I go into a place and I be like, hey man, I'm responsible for all the darkness that came my way.
Yeah.
And because of my neglect, my daughter had to suffer. You see what I'm saying? But now I want to stop that suffering. So let's do this. Let's stop blaming your daddy. Let's stop blaming any of these people. What can we do? What can we do? What can I do? And I gotta be accountable. If I've tried to go through life and not be accountable.
Right.
It don't work for me. It's not good for my posture or the texture of my skin. I'm sorry. It just don't work for me. I'll take the blame for shit I don't have nothing to do with. So, because then I can start thinking of resolutions and solutions. I don't know if I'm just a crybaby because I'm a Pisces, but I can see something going on across the world, and that should have hit me in my throat. I'd break down. You would think that something happened to somebody in my, bro, that shit would break me down. I just be like, man, why are they doing this person like this? It also be like that if I listen to 3 Rod Wave songs too. So there's that. But I take blame for everything, bro, even if it rain outside, because I start thinking about solutions. And that's just how I move.
I like this question here. What is the most dangerous form of control, physical or psychological?
Psychological. Real simple, because once you got the mind, the body will follow.
That's it. That's why I'm I didn't. I'm a conspiracy theorist, man. I watch all kind of stuff. You know, I would go to doggone Tubi and pull up some. Tubi, I think they have a lot of little. It's one on there talking about programming. And it's like when you driving and when you see this sign, it shows a McDonald's sign, you think of food. He said, but It's anything but food. You know what I'm saying? It was
Right,
like,
right.
it's like most of that shit is just
Right.
some bullshit. But when you see it, you thinking food.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But it was like, that's what programming is. Like you think, you see something, it forces you to think a certain way.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when you go to the counter at the grocery store, when you go to the line,
Mhm.
they said they got all that candy right there.
Mhm.
Like, and so they make it convenient for you because we lack impulse control.
Yep. That's all it is. It's
need
actually
some-
called
I need something sweet. Let me grab something real quick.
in marketing. It's called an impulse buy,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
takes place. It's no different from. I used to own 2 ice cream trucks, and an African taught me, "Hey, see this SpongeBob and all these $4, they need to be down low." I
So
said,
the kids
"Why they need to be down low?" She said, "Yeah, because the kids need to see
kids
it."
can see.
That phone went dead. Can you hear me now, bro? It's going in. We did 80.